The idea about ballet is something a little bit like this, an idea of levity, of pureness, of harmony, of order, geometry. In one word, it's the ideal of perfection. But what happens if we go, for example, to a contemporary art festival or theater? It's really likely that we will see something like that. A completely different world. You can see the movements are no longer geometric, but they are a little bit messy. Barefoot instead of ballet shoes. Dirty clothes. Hair are like this, they're no longer chignons. You can see maybe sometimes dancers who are also actors, and they can sing. Where did this all started? As strange as it may sound, it all started here. This is the Hotel Dingen in Solingen, Ruhr area, the most industrial area of Germany. In this small hotel, it was actually a boarding house, this girl was born. Her name is Pina Bausch. She was a kind of a really artistic child, a kind of night owl. She never wanted to go to bed at night. And so what did she do? She hid under the tables of the boarding house restaurant. And she loved listening to people's dialogue, to adults' dialogue. And they were talking about life. They were talking about love. She was very talented. And the hotel guests so suggested to her family to send her to ballet school. And in that area, there was one of the most important and famous art and ballet schools in the world, the Volkwang in Essen. And so she went there, and she was a kind of a wunderkind, an extraordinary talent. And so she went to New York, and she started make an incredible career as a ballet dancer. So, a really classical education. She was so good that she got an offer from Arno Wustenhofer. He was the manager of the municipal theater of Wuppertal. Her proposal was to become the artistic director of the theater. She refused. She was shy, she was insecure, she lacked self-confidence, and so she didn't want to do it. But Arno insisted, and so she finally accepted. And what did she do? She canceled ballet. Simply. Tabula rasa. Can you imagine it?
I can just kick back, smoke a fat ass joint.
So, what happened to Pina's mind? Where did it start that she conceived going to classical ballet to this kind of thing? This was a choreography that she developed together with her dancers about the idea of joy and joy of movement. She used to tell this anecdote. She went once to Greece, and she visited a family of gypsies. At night, these gypsies sat in a circle, and they started to dance. And they invited her to dance. And in that moment, she realized she didn't want to dance. She was afraid, because in her mind, dancing was like a technique. And she invited her, with these words. The girl said, Dance with us, Pina. Dance, otherwise we are lost. These words changed Pina's life because she understood that there are things in life that cannot be said with words. Things like deep joy, happiness, like struggle or loneliness or despair, or the joy of being together, the joy to play, or becoming old, death, fear of death, sexual stereotypes, birth, dream. Pina loved life, and she loved people. Some say there is a before and after Pina, but that's not true. It's not really correct, because Pina was shy. She lacked self-confidence. She used to postpone her premiere. She never wanted to make a debut because she was afraid. She put, for example, temporary titles because she felt like her pieces were never finished. But there is one key point. She was not alone. Pina started to work with her group, a very highly selected group of people coming from all over the world. And how did she choose these people? She didn't choose them for their technical quality, but for their human quality. What did these people have to do? They had to be able to play, to take themselves not too seriously. They had to feel themselves loved. And can you imagine? They were together for 30 years in a world of ballet dominated by young, athletic people for 30 years, from when they were young until when they were old. So actually, it was not, there is one before and after Pina, but there was one before and after Tanztheater Wuppertal, the whole group.